Okay, now that we're done with the hardest boss, we'll make the last push. Got a few bosses left, and then I'm gonna take out the big guy. First off, remember to re-equip everything. If you're not going to stick with the shield rod and Alucard sword. That is one thing to remember. That is relatively viable. You can do that. I would recommend going back to the library and picking up a bunch of the, I think it's Mana Prism, the one that restores your magic, because you're going to burn through your magic really fast if you use that Alucard's shield rod combination. Me, I like the Chrysogrim, so I'll stick with it. Put the Alucard sword on the other side, why not? Alright, so now we can get out of here. Oh wait, let's use the pee-pee gas that we got. Pee-pee gas. Oh, is that a ruby circlet or a opal circlet? I think that one restores your health with ice damage. We got the ruby circlet a little while ago. That does the same thing for... We got these, right? Yeah. That does the... restores your health for fire damage, which actually works very well. You know, towards the end when we'll farm for... I mean, I won't farm here. You may want to farm, though. For the strongest armor in the game. Those enemies, if they hit you, they can do some damage, but they also use a fire attack. So if that starts happening, you can switch to the ruby circlet, gain some health, and then just switch it back off. Because the dragon helm that I use says this frightens enemies. It actually, I think it just basically lowers their defenses. Kitty cats, kitty cats. I like running with that cat. Looked like I had a familiar. Well, a different familiar. Sorry, Swordian. Alright. Best way to go from here is to just keep moving. Yeah, you open up the portals, but really it's you kind of make a big... I move in a big counterclockwise motion through this castle. Oops. Forgot he was there. I used the Game Shark code one time to start the game with the Chrysogrim. I mean, it was exactly what you expect, but it actually was a little bit boring. It was, you know, for as much as I played this game, it's not a huge challenge unless I make a challenge for myself. But there was like no challenge. It was almost zero challenge. So it kind of just felt pointless. All right, best way to go from here, up and down. Pick up some shrooms when you can. Yeah. And I expressed before, This isn't going to be 100% run. So there's, you know, there's going to be relics I didn't get. I don't think I'll be getting the bat familiar. A few items I don't get. You know, I'm not too overly concerned. No, that's the other way. Yeah, this is on the way to the beginning of the game. Which I don't think there was anything of... Nah, nothing of really major note down there. I do like this area. I'll show you why. I forget which one it is. I think it's... Is it this one? Let's see here. Maybe on the other side. If you saw, it's possible to kill the little rider and get the dragon to fly around and do damage for you. Just a very strange little touch. I don't know if that's really a nod to anything old school Castlevania or if that was just something that they threw in there. Just always felt like a very weird little thing. But, you know, another one of those hundreds of nice little touches that they throw into the game. Whoop. Down this hallway, there's more of those dragon things. I think this may be the one where I can kill the flea rider and take the dragon. Gotta stop hitting that dragon first. Oh, that little thing that I killed off to the left. I'm gonna come off the screen and then go back so you can see it. If you're an item user, the little dodo bird, it drops a, I think it was called the heart brooch, which cuts your heart consumption in half. So if you really like to use the items, especially if you like to use the cross, because I think the cross takes something like 100, because it's supposed to be a screen nuke. If you're a big fan of that, that's definitely the thing you wanna have with you. Oh wait, no, I am going this way. I never noticed the way he looks when he dies and falls off the thing. No heart brooch for me. Let's see here. Anything good in here? Get a little bit of life. Alright, talisman? The talisman will randomly take a hit for you. It's pretty decent. It's, you know, it's not a guaranteed sort of thing, so it's hard to justify it. You're better off going with power-up items that guaranteed do something as opposed to something that every once in a while may take a hit for you. Save point in there. Well, he tried. I love the fiery crash and burn sort of effect. Obsidian sword. I don't get that too much. Two-handed obsidian sword. Let's see. Ah, very cool looking. I don't know if you can see. Here we go. Yeah, that's very cool. Any effects? Back and forward, and it sort of charges. There's certainly no shortage of very cool items and weapons in this game. I call this the 80s cartoon hallway. If you're, I'll come back in and you can hear it all again. If you're familiar, if you watched a lot of 80s cartoons like He-Man and stuff, you just heard a few sound effects from those shows. Oh, here we go. We got this one here too. Just so cool. I know I'm nerding out and can't get over it, but it really is just kind of cool. See if we can get those guys to shoot the fireballs again. And remember, all the secrets, if they were in the other castle, they're in this castle. So this was one of the first secret areas we opened up. And this was the second one we opened up. That's a really good use for the poison mist. The poison gas is the, you can just drive around or fly around, run up against walls and stuff, and look for secret areas. Those are the kind of things I used to do when I was a kid for different games. You know, people always ask me, like, how did you figure out secrets and things like Legend of Zelda? And I spent hours and hours buying bombs and trying to blow holes in most of the walls. Ah. Alright, over there is a save point. I'm not going to worry too much about it, though. Now, over here was the first boss we fought. Slagra and Gaibon. Over now today, it's a very different boss. He'll bring those big bugs out, and they'll try and get at you, but just not as on the money with that as I'd like to be. Okay. Okay, come on. There we go, and oh, didn't actually mean to kill him with that. Was gonna. I had to restore my health anyway. The Ring of Arcana makes it more likely for rare items to appear. Tell you what, we're pretty much unstoppable with the Chrysogrim sword, so for a laugh, let's just put the Ring of Arcana on and see how that works for us this time. Oops. You silly axe. You keep trying to get used, but it ain't gonna happen. Doesn't matter because there's a holy water and one of those two candles, I think it's the one that was closest to the blue door. That's a holy water anyway.